Ooh, ooh, it is time for another. It is time for another DU Think Tank. Oh, let me turn off some of my stuff. I don't like leaving up when it's on here. Turn all that off. I don't like leaving any of that up for this. Let's take that back, cat. Here we go. We are set up. It is time for another DUT. If you want to be in channel, we have added a few things to the Discord. Post the link in chat if you're not already in there. Jump into Holding Take A if you want to join us. And there's a live voice request text channel. Type in what you want to talk about in voice, and we will pull you into voice. If you're one of our regulars, hop in, and our moderators will pull you down. Whew. It has been a very long day, and we have a lot of things to talk about, and only 2 hours to do it.
Warp sequence completed. Passengers released.
Mod team's good to go? Gotcha. I know Waka is going to be joining us again. He is AFK at the moment. I am trying to get down to the castle because I need to be there for tonight. Captain's Customs is also sponsoring this week's lottery. The lottery is 1, possibly 2 ships. Right now, the lottery is for the Nautilus by Captain's Customs, the mega yacht. If we sell 500 tickets, he's going to throw in a Captain's Crown, the elite ship that only a select number of people have been able to get. That ship sells for 500 million quanta. So, if you're interested in getting into that lottery, that's the information. Send the 1 million quanta per ticket to Darkmoon Shipyard. Just look for D4RK, and you can send it there, and that'll get you in the drawing. This is just one of the services I provide to the shipbuilders in the game to help them sell ships. If you are a newer shipbuilder and you have M or L Corps ships and you want to toss in a token to the lottery, we'll sell it for you. You get the quantum for it. So, try to do that to help people out and, give people that might not have the quanta to buy a 180 million quanta ship to be able to get one. Because sometimes that's fun. Make sure you send it to D4RK Shipyard, Darkmoon Shipyard, not to me personally. If you send it to me personally, I will send it right back to you. Unders. Please make sure you send it to the org Darkmoon Shipyard. Okay. And please do not be discouraged if you see a lot of ticket sales. We have actually had situations to where somebody has bought 50 or 100 tickets and then somebody only bought one, won the prize. So 1 million quanta might buy you 660 million quanta worth of ships tonight. That'd be a hell of a profit margin, Okay. Okay, we have 27 people in chat. We need to get some people in voice. If you want to join us, tonight is the night. We actually have some, space available. We're not crowded tonight. So if you want to bring in and chime in on what you want to say, it's just a bug. 6 legs, not a spider. It's a bug. If you want to have a chance to come in and discuss what you want to talk about, tonight's definitely the night to do it. So definitely get your butts into the holding tank and let us know that you want to talk, and we'll pull you in.
Man, I like that ship.
What, the bug?
Yeah.
I'm about to screw up. I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted.
Clipped on his arm.
Oh,
Bug down, bug down.
what you mean, bug down?
Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
I thought he was actually going to manage to flip it around.
Yeah.
There for a second, I thought I was going to flip. I don't think that's how you land. It's not a spider. It just wants its belly scratched, that's all.
Yeah. Man, I'm up. Yeah, I was paying attention to chat and everything going on, and really wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And
I thought you were going to say it's all part of the show, folks. All part of the show.
yeah, Serapis wrecking crap is a normal part of the stream, so yeah. Fortunately, it's just kind of one of those things, just the way it is. I'm gonna blow stuff up, I promise you.
Hey, that's always entertaining.
You just need to add two really big back legs, and we can call it the cricket.
Yeah, it's almost a full escort. It's a big bug.
Exercised.
Huh?
Looks like a roach. I said look
Exercised.
almost like a ladybug, almost.
Yeah, it's got 8 small containers. What's my warp shuttle? Good for carrying personnel. Yeah, I was just being goofy last night, and this is what I came up with. Gave Angry Dad some blueprints to give away. Okay, so our lottery right now is the Nautilus. A custom-named Nautilus for whoever wins it. If we reach 500 tickets, he's going to throw in the captain's crown. And yes, that is gold. It's a lot of sparkly. Wolfpack, I believe I got one. Ah, nice. I still can't believe I won his bar last night. That's crazy. Okay, so there has been... how far are we from the 500 ticket goal? Let's see. We have 278 tickets sold.
Not bad.
We are 222 tickets away from the 500 ticket goal. So I'm going to set here while we're talking tonight on top of the bug, looking at the 2 lottery ships, and we're going to draw those before the end of the stream. Okay?
Nice.
Tonight's the Think Tank. Yes, it is. Let me pop up my little window here with the channel so I can see everybody who's talking. If you want to join us in stream tonight in chat, hop into the holding tank, post what you want to talk about, and the live voice request chat, and the moderators pull you in.
I got this set up.
So we are talking about RDMS policies tonight. Tonight we're talking about the conversation request is per request of NQ Deckard. He made the request in the DU Think Tank Discord, and there's been a lot of chatter about it. If you want to pull linear down, you can. But
We had a lot of really good discussion.
Yeah, we had a lot of really good discussion. The biggest thing overall that everybody wanted was Warp Beacon RDMS. I mean, that was the number one. The second most requested thing from everything posted in the top 5 request chats was constructs on map, the ability to see constructs on map. And the third was restrictions or the ability to place org cores. So you would be able to allow people, so by default, they would be restricted. So those were the 3 biggest things. To be able to see core org constructs on the map, to be able to place org constructs, and to be able to set RDMS beacon rights on beacons.
Yeah, I think another one of the really big ones that people talked about was like having ranks other than super legit or legit.
Yeah.
Or having it kind of like, in WoW, if you've ever owned a guild in WoW, you can set up ranks and you can call them what you want, and then there's this second little box that pops out that's like, okay, what can this rank do? Like, it can give to the wallet, it can assign constructs, it can assign RDMS itself. That was a really big one too.
Yeah. The hardest part we had this week about this conversation was keeping it within the bounds of the request of NQ Decker. He asked for policies that could be added to the RDMS system, or permissions that could be added to the RDMS system that would be beneficial. I know it's a small step, and a lot of us feel that place needs to be broken and rebuilt. And I get that, but we really need to do what's stick to the subject that's been asked. Right now, we're building a relationship. We're making that connection and making the developers see us as an organized, reliable source of information they need for what they're working on at this particular moment. So we need to make that a reliable source of information pertaining to what they're working on at this moment. If we are able to do that and make them see us that way, then we're going to have a much greater influence on the development of the game and making sure the development of the game goes the way, or at least close to the direction that we're wanting it to go, versus having zero input. As there was a lot of really good ideas, but a lot of the ideas would require a complete restructuring of the RDMS system, or rebuilding, entirely new game mechanics added in, things like that. So those things are amazing and they are still being looked at, but we have to make sure that we keep our requests within the constraints of what's been asked of us. Does that make sense, people?
Yeah. And a good
Things that
example
we
of
can
that
look-
might be the share with friends, right?
Yeah.
The system is there, it just needs to work.
It just needs to work.
We need to look at what they're requesting is and give helpful hints, helpful tips about what we were looking for to change within the confines of what they're requesting. That way, because they're looking at trying to figure out ways that they can fix things now, adjust things now in the temporary, and then the long term. Those other ideas are great. That's things they can look at down the road.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know everybody's thinking, oh, well, I want them fixed. I want, this is what I really want right now. This is the short-term fix. No, that's not a short-term fix. That's programming and a lot of other things that involves. That's not a short-term fix. They forget that when they request something, not going to just program itself. A lot of time, money, and effort has to go into it.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem that what we're running into right now is NQ is on deadline. And they're trying to figure out the best way to utilize the financial resources they have at the moment to get the most progress in the direction they need to be, which is full release.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a limited amount of funds. And I know they have player subscriptions. I understand that. But the player subscriptions don't account for, maybe 60% of the player base active right now?
Yep.
So you have a
Part
large
less than
amount of
that.
player base that's still not paying. So the quicker they get the full release, and the quicker they get the mechanics of the game functioning to a level they can release, the quicker the rest of us have to start paying for the game, and their budget goes up. Right now, they're still relying on investors a lot, so they have to answer to those investors. And while they want to listen to us about everything, the investors are, looking at this like, where's my return? The average investor looks at a company and expects to see a 2 to 3, maybe 5 year investment return. And we're at that 5-6 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're at that extended end of expected return. So they're having to start to answer a lot of questions and make sure that budgets are fitted and everything else. So I do not pity them. I do not pity them. I do not
Envy them.
I do not envy them. Yeah, there's a word I'm looking. I do not envy them because it's not a pleasant situation to be in right now.
Well, also too, back to the RDMS thing, like Wolfpack's bringing up, like if it has a name, then it should be able to be RDMS'd. And one of the crazy things is when you create a tag, like if you right click something, you go to construct, advanced, set construct rights, there's this whole little thing on the left that has like an item hierarchy. And I forget what the exact name of that stuff is called. It's like collated or something like that, rights
David,
or
what do you
something.
want?
But you can set up this whole other tier of rights within it. And like we didn't even know that system was there.
Where is
Like,
this at?
but it's there. It's under like when you're making like a tag,
Uh-huh.
right?
No,
On
no,
the
go
left
into
side.
a construct or an element.
Okay, construct.
But see, the thing is, so when I look at something, it's all grayed out, and I've never messed with it because
Okay, so instead of selecting the construct, go to the element. So any element, then do on the advanced, do
okay.
set element rights. And now here on the left side, this whole box pops up that's called the item hierarchy.
Yeah.
And so like there's some options internally, like in the past we would set up RDMS so when somebody gets on your ship, they get the gunner tag. And the gunner can only use the pilot seat and use the container hub and
Mhm.
maybe repair or take fuel out or whatever, but we would set up the rights individually for everything. But using that item hierarchy stuff, people were able to like simplify it. So like one tag literally does only the things like specifically you want, and you don't have to set up a tag. You don't have to go right click this element every time,
Yeah.
You can also do this in the policy too. So when you're creating one, so for instance, like we've got it set so you can get anybody can use a chair anywhere, and we've got it set to all. So if you create a policy and on
Okay.
the right hand side, you let me get into one.
Yeah, the right here,
I
chair, you just search for item hierarchy and then you look for chairs.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
said
we can't see
chair.
that part of your screen because you've got chat up there.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Keep doing what you're doing. But right, so you can search for item hierarchy there. So you can set chairs, you can set doors, things like that. But
Yeah.
so we've got a policy on every one of our orgs. So all actors use element, and we've got it set to chairs. So anybody can use a chair in any of our devices. You don't have to set a tag on it for anything.
Nice.
It's handy for carrying passengers.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
But yeah, the RDMS is very powerful. Their biggest failing was lack of documentation
Yeah.
to teach people how powerful this was. And it is beta, and I'm sure they're working on that stuff, planned for release. God, I hope so, because if they open this up to the public, and start advertising this game, and it's in this state, they're going to have a lot of dissatisfied customers. So that's one thing I'm hoping they're considering before they go release is fixing the new player. What am I looking for? New player starting.
New player experience.
Yeah, the new player experience. And then things like this. I mean, it's very powerful, and everybody complains about RDMS, but it's very, very powerful. And once you learn it, it's very good, but it's also very easy to mess up. So good documentation is important. But kind of back on our task, we're talking about, what rights, what policies can we advise for to help. And looking through our postings on the top 5 requests, a lot of people lost sight of that. But I'm going to give kudos out to, I'm going to mispronounce his name, Kurizarius.
Yeah.
I mean,
what?
your top 5 was spot on. Everything
excellent.
was related to a policy and a right, and that's what they're asking for. Because I think why they're asking for that specifically is it's easy for them to code in. What other rights can they assign to give us, more power? And I really like your list. Like I said, it was spot on.
You want to go over that, Gore?
Yeah, please.
I mean, I don't even remember what I put in there anymore, but I can find it.
Oh,
Well, your number. Okay, so
Were
I'm
these
sitting
really
here
valid
looking at
rights, dude? Oh my god.
it. Number one's recruiting an org. Give somebody the rights in a member to be able to recruit, so you don't have to have them super legged. Another one's to manage RDMS. That one may be a little harder, just because
True.
the back end, but still, I mean, they didn't give
Sort
us
of a
criteria. They just told us to
Ouroboros
ask.
there.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and continue?
Yeah, sure. So 3 is C constructs on the map, which we already talked about a lot, but I suggested that it should be on a tag and hierarchy basis, not just all constructs for the whole org. So you could tag all of your mining ships and leave that open to whoever has a minor role or whatever, right? Also, ownership rights on a construct was my number 4. So basically, I was thinking like right now, a legate basically owns all of the constructs in the org. And they have that full control over the ownership. And I feel like that's something that should be distributed via RDMS. So if you have someone who's like a ship seller, you should be able to tag ships as for sale, and then someone can sell those ships. So they have like a full ownership rights over them.
Yeah.
And then number 5 is just territory management, honestly, just because I feel like other people, particularly if they can give us the ability to pay for them out of a wallet that is not the org's wallet, then being able to have other people actually pay the taxes on territories would let you do things like set up a mining cluster where you have like 12 tiles that are all owned by the org, but each one is actually run by an individual member, and that member has to keep up on the taxes on their tile, but they still get the adjacency bonus from being part of the org, and it removes the management effort from the legate.
I know one thing a lot of industrial players had said to me personally was they wish that there would be a way to allow a particular member via RDMS to set up sell orders under the org's name. So any member that they assign the rights could take crap that they're producing to the market, put it up for an org sell order.
And packages too. That'd be nice
Yeah.
too. Or picking up packages, picking up orders that the org purchased.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the biggest thing everybody did request is warp beacons, and that would that would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it?
I think that would be a quality of life feature they could add simply that could please a lot of the DU community.
Yeah, warp beacons actually being RDMSable, that would be a dream right there.
I don't think that they can do that though until they get a filter, because as it is, when you open the map, it has to figure out the range to everything that you have listed in your map, and that would let anyone list something on someone else's map by just opening it up to all. So if suddenly there was 600 warp beacons all spread across the solar system that were all given to all, every time you open your map, it has to load and calculate the distance to all 600 of those warp beacons. Nobody's looking at their map for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Somebody supposedly they're working on that too, though.
I mean, they could just set it up now.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Prevent all. You can't do all. You could give access to a particular org. You can now give access to a particular player, but you can't do all.
Okay, so allow you to say, okay, people who've joined ISP Spaceport or XPX as the castle, community orgs that are for community basis, instead of like my private org or this private org, they can say, okay, well, this is there's a large percentage of the community is in this thing, so I'm gonna personally choose to allow this community org access to my warp beacons instead of alls. So perhaps maybe make it org based options.
Yeah,
instead of just
org
player
would,
based.
org would be fine. I mean, and that would allow like Utopia Station if you chose to. You as an org legate or super legate, you could reach out to them and say, "Hey, would you mind adding us to your warp beacon policy? We would love to do business there."
Exactly.
You know, and that would give you that option without having to flood the, you know. And I think that would also be something that would be good because then it could make it, you know, trade arrangements and stuff like that could be used. You know, only your allies, you give your allies access to your warp beacon, and also
Like-
that would really that would actually prevent people from utilizing warp beacons. So you imagine somebody putting a warp beacon in the middle of PvP space, some idiot's going to warp to it, and boom. That would be kind of
Like
funny. Though.
promoting the whole community type build. You know, trying to promote working together as a community and giving you the ability to give the community access to your warp beacon would be another step to unifying, you know, people.
Yeah.
And players.
It would.
Well, I could see that scenario where you were just talking about where like, okay, so say there is an RMS or an RDMS, right? And it's for warp beacons, and I just put one that says all, you know, and everybody can see it, and you know, sure as hell, somebody's gonna go, hey, what's that? And there's old KB out there.
Just waiting, like, nah, go put it, nah.
Hope you didn't bring too much.
Going in without the lube.
I think my biggest concern with the warp beacon thing, like, you know, and like it's hard to keep it in its lane with this is just like if someone has the ability to show me beacons, like without, you know, like they can just like RDMS me in, then I would like to be able to like not see just a giant list of beacons if I don't want to.
Yeah. You
Which
know,
obviously it's a side thing, but
I mean, one thing
It's
they
something
could
that
also
can be
do is
changed.
put, you know, warp beacons are in a separate list, so they could always put public warp beacons in their own list, so they don't show up unless you actually expand that list.
yeah, just something that simple could make it so like everybody gets their cake and gets to eat it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and Wolfpack's right. If you want shops in space, you'll need space beacons, but you know, it comes down to a balance of trying to figure out how to implement it without becoming a hindrance to gameplay. And the last thing you want is hundreds of warp beacons all of a sudden being available to everybody. That would be just a nightmare. Although it would be kind of funny. People would be crying quite a bit. Could you imagine the tears in global chat? I saw a beacon and I warped there and this guy shot me. I don't know why he shot me. It was a public warp beacon. But, I mean, did you look where it was before you went? So,
I placed my warp beacon down, and now it takes me 20 minutes to find my own warp beacon.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we all
tears.
agree that we need filtering and searches
Yep.
on that screen.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm in 4 large orgs, very large orgs. And most of them are full of constructs.
Grabby made a
Uh,
good point. The easiest thing to do right now would be to set it up to where if an org joins the holding org, then all the joining org members can see to use the beacon.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't even be an RDMS thing. That would just be a fix it to where everybody in the org that joined the holding org can see it.
Yeah, just like Rabby was just saying, yeah.
Grabby la touche.
But yeah,
Sounds like
it takes
first
my
good
screen a good 10 to 12 seconds to load up when I go into the map.
You know, that's something we talk about in PvP. Once you're in combat for a long time, the more constructs, beacons, whatever on your map, when you open it up, the more lag there is.
Yeah.
So alleviating that, anything to alleviate that would be great.
Definitely.
Probably RDMS isn't going to do that, but yeah. Like, I think that, yeah.
I was reading through the chat, and the API to RDMS programming boards, that would be nice. That would be really nice. But that's not a role, that's an added element. You know, and there's a lot of things in there that are really nice. Like one of the things I personally would love to have is wallet divisions and the ability to assign via RDMS access to the individual wallets. That would be a dream for an org management.
I think that might be manageable with sub-orgs, though, if we remove the 5-org limit.
Yeah, but they don't. The problem they have right now is we have more orgs in game than we do players.
I mean, fair.
Imagine if you could do the wallet and then add a daily or weekly allowance they could draw from it.
Yeah, that would be amazing. See, the thing right now we're trying to do is we're trying to reduce the number of orgs in game. That's the whole reason for adding the 100 personal org slots, is to help alleviate that need for that personal org for a lot of players.
So there are 2 wallet-related rights. I have never messed with them just because I've never needed to. There's consult wallet and edit. Is it edit?
I haven't seen where they
Edit
work.
from wallet.
Yeah, edit from wallet.
Yeah, I've said I have not tested or used them. But
I think
do
that's
know they're there.
dispensers. But no, I can't figure out. I've tried looking into them. Maybe somebody is familiar with it, but I have not seen any evidence of them working or them, being effective in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Again, it goes back to documentation.
Yeah,
They put this stuff
Yeah.
in there and don't tell us how to use it.
The programmer's folly.
No, it's not. And see, that's the thing. Everybody keeps saying developers, and let's define that a little bit. Developers are typically programmers, right? You have game designers, you have community managers, you have, office staff and things like that. I don't know if they actually have a person that their job is game design.
well, they have 2 groups. They have their content developers, and then they have their coders or programmers.
Which neither one should be the game designers.
Well, the content developers are the ones that make models, graphics, things like that. They make the way
Right.
things look, element models, all that stuff like that. That's their content developers. Then you have the programmers, which are the ones that make everything actually function. They do all the coding and the back-end stuff, the database interaction, the way everything interacts and works. That's the programmers. And Deckard, bless his heart, he's not either one of those.
No, he's more community liaison.
Yeah, but like I said before, the last person you want messing with talking to your community is one of your programmers. That don't work. Trust me, speaking from personal experience, programmers, we're just as likely to tell you to go to hell. Hey,
Try
Kev.
not to do that.
Kev, I sent you back the 1 million Quanta you sent me personally. I need you to send that to the org if you want to buy a ticket. That's if you just search for D4RK, you'll find Dark Moon Shipyard. Send it to that, okay? So you got the 1 million back you sent me, but that's the information. Make sure you send it to that organization, Dark Moon Shipyard. Okay.
But yeah,
awesome.
my point was they need a game designer. And I know this is way off topic for tonight, but we went down this rabbit hole. They need a game designer, somebody that's good at designing games, designing UIs, looking at the overall side of it. And then they need some good documentation writers, people to write good documentation, how-tos for the community.
Yeah, everyone needs good documentation writers. That's an important job.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
they're a really small studio. I mean, obviously,
Still.
they're a Kickstarter. Yeah, still. And I think we're all here because we love the game, and it's in our best interest for them to succeed.
Yeah.
Do the best we can to help with that. Therapist, how about we go through the list? Did you do anything with that top 5? Did you try to compile it or anything?
I have not had the opportunity to. I have been dealing with a lot of White Factory. A whole lot of White Factory.
How
Kevadonna
many-
says, I'm really creative with this game, that's why I stay. Same. Okay. Yeah, I looked through it, and I was able to look through it, and that's the reason why I was mentioning the top 3 when we first started off. But I wasn't really able to get into the gritty of it and look at what all of it was. I know there was a lot of stuff.
It's really not that big. Now that I look at it again, the top
Yeah.
5 requests. And if we filter out all the Warp Beacon comments,
Yeah.
it's pretty short.
Did you see my list?
I know I read it. Let's see.
Yeah, so my list was needed is 1, Warp Beacon RDMS, 2, assigned wallet access would require wallet sections, 3, core placement, 4, ability to recruit, 5, ability to find constructs on that. And for the would be nice, I did ability to edit RDMS policies, ability to lock onto players in org, ability to retrieve org constructs, and ability to see wallet locks.
Yeah, I got an idea, sir.
What?
When we take that list, throw it into a straw poll and put up a straw poll for it, just so we can kind of get an overall idea of where the community sits on it.
Straw poll. Wait, how would we do all the? This was like 50 different lists in there.
Yeah, you have to get it into a good list and consolidate it.
Yeah, that would take.
Sounds like he just followed.
What was that, Walker?
Sounds like he just volunteered.
He's at work right now. He's got to work off.
Okay. Would you explain number 4 for me? Ability to recruit. You said HR. I didn't
Human
understand
resources.
that reference. Well, I
So
understand
you'd be
that.
able to
But,
assign a human resources officer to your org, give them the RDMS roles to be able to recruit people to the org. And
oh,
accept-
gotcha.
Because right now, a legate gets the keys to the castle. If you have
Mhm.
the ability to be like, that guy's the recruitment guy, he can't do all the crazy stuff, but he can invite somebody to the org, and maybe there's a whole, function or whatever where these ships just go to that rank too, or something like that.
Well, one of the things I put on there would be nice is be able to set to RDMS policy the ability to be able to locate other players or lock onto other players in the org. That'd be something nice for legates and super legates as well. You'd be able to pull up and lock onto any member in your org. That'd be amazing.
I feel a little weird about that one, but
If you're in somebody's org and they're your legate or super legate, if you don't trust them to be your super legate or legate, if you don't trust them to lock onto you, then you shouldn't trust them to be your legate or super legate.
It'll help when you're
Well-
trying to help somebody, especially new players where
Yeah.
they're like, okay, what's your cord? You're like, I don't know how to do that. You're like, okay, well, you don't even need to, you can just log on again.
Friends
Yeah,
list
that's
is a
fair.
weird thing because
I know there's friends list, but
there should have just been RDMS for it, right? Like just the ability, right? Like I can have somebody on my friends list, and if they don't have the RDMS, they can't lock on to me.
Yeah.
But if they do, they can. Because they made that change recently, right? Like used to be you locked onto somebody, and when they moved, the target moved with them. Now it just goes to where they were when you did it until you get 50 meters away. Then it updates constantly.
Yeah, that the players, even ships, is kind of a joke until you get really close. But the conversation we had in Discord was really detailed and thorough this week. I was really surprised. Deckard was really happy with the conversation. He's been following it all weekend, so I know he's taken a lot of the information to Monday to the meeting, and I know what we discussed tonight. So, can one of the moderators please start looking through the list and see if you can figure out what the most common requested items were? So we can start putting that together to send to Decker. Just the top 5 things that you see, in the list.
About time you put those guys to work.
I'm not a huge fan of locking any player in the org stuff. That sounds like it can be trolled too easily. What kind of organizations are y'all in? I mean, come on. I would never do that to one of my members. And if I found out somebody I gave the ability to lock onto members for like a rescue ability or whatever did that, they'd be losing a lot more than just that ability. I mean, if your org leadership is, you don't trust them to have the ability to lock onto you, that's not good.
I think part of the problem is that orgs are a little more widely used right now than just that narrow viewpoint. Like things like joining in with what's the station called? I forget. But like
Utopia
if you're
Station.
Utopia Station, like if you're a part of Utopia or whatever, or the Utopia Warp Network or something like that, there is a legate of that org, and your membership in it is really just for a particular service or a particular use, and them having the ability to track you is different than like if Small tracked me because I'm part of Crash Industries.
I could definitely see that. I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm an old school gamer, and to me, an organization is an organization. If you don't trust them, they're not people that you actually want to play with. They shouldn't be in your organization. Like I don't know. Like I left IC for that very reason. I didn't feel like I wanted to play with them, so I wasn't going to hang there. I mean, yeah, there was great benefits. I had the Voxel library. I had all the resources for cheap and crap, but they weren't the type of people I wanted to play with, so I didn't stay.
Yeah, I think part of the problem there is that right now orgs are wearing a lot of hats in this game.
Yeah.
That we've got a lot of things that orgs are used for beyond just their traditional use of a group of people who are working together all the time.
They're used for a lot of random crap right now, and I think that's part of the problem with them. They're being overused for things they shouldn't be used for.
Have you guys been to Market 6 recently? Random question.
No?
There's a bunch of dead cores here.
Like abandoned?
Probably.
Oh, really?
Like I just am here now, and there are tons of them.
I was there earlier today, but I always turn off my core view when I get close because I can't see anything because it's all just text.
Are they part of
30,
ships?
40. Yeah, no, there's like whole ships. Like, dude, a guy was like taking off parts off a ship. I can go into build mode and I can take stuff off of it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I wasn't on Sakari right now.
They're all over the place. There's so many. There was no announcement or anything, was there?
No.
I think it's just people abandoning cores there because, this whole core protest, something's going on at certain places.
Yeah, it could
go
be.
take a
Yeah,
look.
there's like a big one in the air. Tons of them.
I gotta go check it out. It's got me curious.
I'm doing it on stream. Close this other.
Right?
Yeah, just
Somebody
even
go salvage.
right next to the market. Yeah, there's a bunch.
So it looks like one of the most common things that people are posting on the requests are RDMS rights on Warp Beacon.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
knew
so
the
far.
Warp Beacon was the most common, and the core placement was the second. Locating org cores was the second, and then core placement. Was
Yeah,
the
some
third.
type of search option in the construct list on the map, some type of filter option or something like that. Second thing.
Kevin Donis, dude, I got a lot of ships that look like insects. So I've probably made over 1,200 ships in the past few months. I built a lot of ships, brother. This was just built yesterday. No, I have not.
No, Space Cat, I think that actually does make sense within the context of this conversation. The ability to assign missions paid from the org and market org container access.
Yeah.
I think we touched on that briefly earlier. I think that does actually make sense as something
Yeah,
that
it
should be
does.
RDMS rights.
Yeah, that
You should be able to have a market runner role, basically.
That would be really nice to be able to place buy and sell orders for the org. Would be. I think it should be two separate roles though. One to place and sell orders, one to place buy orders.
Okay.
Great.
Because placing buy orders just means that they have access to the wallet. Selling buy orders means they don't have access to the wallet. Just means that they can sell the buy orders go to the wallet, but they don't have access to the funds.
Mhm.
It's two very different things.
That's true. Actually, Boo Physics just said it's not common on the list, but copy-only rights for libraries was very popular. I think that one only came up late in the game. That wasn't part of our earlier conversation, but someone suggested that recently, and I think it's a really good idea.
Okay, so pump your brakes on that for just a second. Like, I would say have them being able to deliver the items to the sell order container, but not put it up for sale, because I could sell it for 1 quanta to themselves as they wanted to.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they could do about it.
Oh, that
Again,
would
I think
be-
those two roles would be highly sensitive roles, and you'd really vet your person before you even put them in there. But yes,
Well-
it is a point for exploit.
Well, see, if, for instance, like, say you just had them deliver it to the market, or they just put it in a can, then the Legate or Super Legate could just right-click and put it up for sale at any time.
Well, that's a mission already, isn't it? Can't you already do that?
Yes.
I've never done a market to market mission, but I think you can actually do a mission where you can hire someone to go and just take your stuff to the market, and then at that point it is in your market container.
Correct, and you can do that within the org if it's an org-based mission.
Yeah, so I think we already have that feature. So I think the RDMS for actually putting up the sale would be a separate thing yet.
Just correct me if I ain't wrong, Serapis. They want to alleviate the number of legates within an
Yeah.
organization, correct?
Yep.
Correct me if I ain't wrong. You mean correct me if I'm wrong?
Dire, dude.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is crazy. I'm not seeing any abandoned cores.
There's a ton, just like right next to Market 6. Like right next to the market. Make sure you have them turned on.
Oh, I see them right down there.
Like maybe there's too many constructs loading and you're not seeing them, but they're still
No, they're
there.
loading now. Yeah.
Yeah. And like even out on the edge below,
Oh wow, yeah.
and like
what's
yeah,
that?
like
Someone just
some of them
spammed
have been picked
for
clean, but
dropping?
some of them haven't.
Everyone go do your civic service and tear down unused quarters.
Shoot, I
And
just
there's
repair
like
the
a
damn
hole right
thing
here
and
called
claim it.
Trio.
Instead of picking and clean it first, just repair the core and it becomes yours.
Right?
That way nobody else can get any of the stuff off of it. Just make sure don't leave it behind, please.
Agreed. This honestly has me concerned that they may have accidentally rolled out an Ophelia tile destruction or like construct destruction, basically.
So wasn't there a thing at one point where it was supposed to be like 30 days or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were teleporting them.
Oh
They
yeah,
weren't.
yeah. It was like a penalty box.
Hey, go over to the shit. What's that thing called? Or the Ark. The Ark ship. That's where all of them are, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it?
There may be more over there.
Holy crappy-oly.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this patch to clean all this up.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
but
to
now
that.
they're talking about 60 to 90 days, possibly.
Mhm.
I don't
Oh.
think they're Ophelia tiles. Ophelia tiles are a week. Was the point? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that claim territories that have constructs on them that people want to get their hands on. And yeah, that's going to be longer.
There's a lot of cores. Now, okay, if you repair the core on an Ophelia tile, it says destroyed element. It doesn't say abandoned core.
Yeah, you just gotta repair it, man.
No, you can't
And then-
repair it. Cannot
Oh
repair
no,
it.
this is something new.
You have to replace it, I think. You can't repair it.
But that's like PvP. So wait a minute.
That should
So-
only happen in PvP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you kill something in PvP space, you have to replace it. When you kill it in PvE space, you just repair it.
I did
Yeah,
one today.
these were somehow destroyed in PvP.
What great
Yeah,
purge?
they're marked-
Lord?
they're
Yours
marked
said
on this
there's a
PvP.
purge.
I wonder if it's all the cores that were abandoned by Ion. Somebody came in and brought them into District 6.
Let me
Completely
guess,
possible.
there's probably no cores for sale at District 6 right now.
Sadly, me and some of my friends went to clean up those cores because that's what we were told. You know.
I mean, that crap. People are just like, that whole ship went boom, and they're repairing it and gutting the parts.
Yeah. When I got there, dude, that thing had way more parts. Somebody's going to town.
Oh no, it's loading in now.
Okay. Yeah.
Digital
It had
advantage.
way more parts.
Digital, I see you.
Yeah, stripping it actively. Some parts are appearing, some are disappearing.
Look at this crap. Well, for those of you who wanted to know if MQ was serious about this, yep, there you go. They are serious.
Well, I have a container over here, and it's still, good.
I'm curious. I wonder about like over at the other small.
I wish I would have brought a bigger ship.
I'm on my way. What is it?
Hey, there's a Smallville. Hi, Smallville.
I'm just testing something.
The fenestration's not here, so I gotta say it. Should I bring a Pioneer over?
So what they are, I just repaired one of them, and these have been all PvP shot up. I wonder if it's from that event today. They came and dumped them.
Hey, there's a whale shark. I don't see many of those
I
around.
think so though.
It didn't let me repair the cores I was trying.
Yeah, no, you have to replace them. You'd have to have a core.
What's the? Is there a link command so we can get Kevadonis up
Huh?
in the think tank?
Oh,
Let me see this.
there is not. I need to. It's up in the. Hold on. Let me just post it. If you look in Discord rules, there's a link to the Discord.
Okay, good. All right.
There you go. That's the Discord for DU Think Tank.
Abadakis had a good point. Repair one of the parts and see if it's lost a life. That'll tell you if it's.
Yeah, I did. I did an adjuster. It lost a life.
So that is PvP related then.
Yeah.
I guess.
So these are the PvP.
Someone must have
ships.
just loaded up an L core and dragged them all back.
Hey, thanks. I'll take that.
People are so weird. What the hell?
There's
Oh
a
my
container on
God.
that one. What the heck?
This is the number. Look at the number of people around here. DJ Slicer, Junkai, Stone
Free shit.
Spoons, Buford, Waffle
Whoa.
Boy.
There's a lot of names out there.
I know Smallville's here.
Well, I guess no sense of me coming over. All the good shit's gonna be gone before I
I,
get there.
I would check the other disc. No, they probably just. I think this is all the PvP stuff just got dumped here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that makes sense from the PvP. KB, did you know they dumped this stuff here?
Oh, and my graveyard's still intact. Thank you. No, I mean, I don't think they dropped it from today. There'd be too much effort.
But
You
this
know,
is-
honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if NQ just teleported it all here so that we'd clean it up.
Yeah.
Because like that's
You
a
know,
lot of just
shit,
trashed crap
people.
sitting around. That they
There's a
don't
lot
wanna
of cores like in the pipes and like right off the pipes. You know, like I don't know. We
Yeah.
had a list at one point.
Like, take care of your stuff.
Well, I mean, if people can take the parts, I guess cool. This is the new salvage system, boys.
That's nuts though. I can't believe that actually just like all these ships are just blown to hell and back.
There's so many. You know, I've seen like one or two or whatever, but never this many.
Yeah, District 6 is just getting raped.
Kevin Adonis, you need to read the rule acceptance, and then you'll have perms.
If you look at read the rules channel and then go in rule acceptance and type in accepted.
He's in the holding tank. I think he may have done that already.
See, does he have perms?
Anybody can jump to the holding tank. He cannot.
Okay.
So, Gavadonis, you need to read the rules and type in accepted in the rule acceptance channel, please. Sorry, I have to enforce that. That's not so. Okay, so I want to get out of here because I'm not achieving anything by sitting here looking like an idiot. Where's my ship at?
It was entertaining.
Yep. Okay, y'all can blame down. Let me get the hell out of Dodge.
Hey guys,
Holy shit!
was that too loud?
Oh, I'm gonna turn
No.
it down a bit.
It might.
Me-
No, it's fine. You were super quiet at first, so he probably turned you up.
No, I've talked to him before in a different channel, and he was super quiet in another channel, and I had him up really loud. I had him up to like 300% because he was super quiet before. Last time I talked to him,
And
this
my
time,
client just crashed.
this time
Yeah,
he's normal.
I'm normally
He's
really
weird.
quiet.
Oh, thank you very much, Kevin, for hitting that rule of acceptance thing. It's something I have to enforce at the Discord very strictly.
It's cool. I've had my username for like 26 years. I'm real well accustomed to all the rules.
Well, now let's try getting back into the game because it decided that I didn't need to be playing it right now.
So you've never seen Underverse bugs, huh?
Nope, I have not.
That is so crazy.
Have you ever seen my ships before?
Are you at Market 6? I'll fly my biggest one day, yeah?
Now I'm headed back to my castle.
Alright.
When I get back into the game, anyway. Eeyore, what's up? Yes, Serapis is online. I'm always logging on. I'm in when I'm doing the stream. Okay, guys, make sure you guys reach out to people you know that are in the DU chat, DU Think Tank chat, and get them into the stream tonight because we got an hour left for this conversation, and I want to make sure that we actually, make sure we have plenty of feedback on it. Because NQ Deckard is really looking for some good feedback and looking for legitimate feedback. So we need to get as many people in here as we can, okay?
Well, in the first few minutes of the stream so far, I think we've done. There's some pretty damn good ideas.
Well, we're an
Yeah,
hour
pretty
into
good
the stream.
It's like we cover everything in the first the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm sure that people has other point of views, and if there's anything else people have something to come up with, feel free to bring it up. Now's
Ask
the
me a
time because
question.
this stream will be watched by NQ.
Yeah, NQ will
So if
be
you
watching
have-
the stream, so make sure you guys are asking your questions and bringing up what you want brought up, because if you don't bring it up now, this might be your only chance. Also, don't just try, if you have questions about implication of what policies will mean and how they'll affect the game, ask those questions too, because those are things that NQ need to know.
Personally, I'm really hoping that there's more in-depth RDMS options for board managements and such. Even if they give you not give you the ability to, even if they don't add like tags where they say, okay, HR tag, or give us the ability, preferably, to create custom tags in there, and then this is
You
what
mean
he's
custom
able
rights?
to do. Yeah, custom rights in the orgs and such, so we can make our own HR personnel. Or this guy is an industrialist. Give him the ability to adjust the industry stuff, and allow him to pick and choose who's going to be allowed to access it. Let him adjust those RDMS for that platform.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry. Ooh, that kind of got...
They got away from him there.
Yeah, I'm still recovering.
I think the RDMS is overcomplicated.
Well, they are redoing the interface and all that for the RDMS. That's one of the big changes that are coming. That's the reason why they're asking us about options that could be added, because
They should bring up a page where you can click boxes, but not have to scroll looking for stuff, because It's just easier that way because you sometimes double click the same rights.
Or simply make them color when they're added to, or remove them from the list, or color different when they're selected.
Yeah, highlighted, or yeah, that would work too.
Ugh.
And that is, of course, falls under as long as it doesn't, as long as it's an easy fix for them to be able to just, change the color or something like that.
Luna, it's a nice discussion. It's kind of focused around the RDMS because NQ Deckard actually posted in the DU Think Tank Discord asking us to kind of go over what we thought would be good additions to the tags and the what would you call it? The options? The assignable roles? Yeah, the assignable roles in the RDMS. That makes sense. Assignable roles makes a lot more sense.
Well, and also they can remove all of that RDMS crap from like chairs. Because, you build a ship to be able to take people places. Why do you got to sit here and stop and then redo the chair rights just for somebody to sit down?
Well, that was something we discussed earlier, that there is actually, apparently, and I didn't know about this until tonight, you can actually set, in general, a chair to be accessible to anyone. You can make one policy that will do that for all of your chairs.
Yep.
Yeah, and I did not know about that.
Nor did I.
No.
Okay, I tried to compile a list here of...
Does anybody know is it functioning, that feature actually functioning?
Yeah, Waka said they use it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
You said that you use the chair thing so anybody can sit in the chairs.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so
Okay, we'll be looking for
somebody
that
was saying they
tutorial later
were
on.
compiling.
Yeah, I was saying that, but it apparently can't do new lines in Twitch chat, so it all came through as one big blob. My bad.
Gotcha. Working construct. Okay. Can you send that? Can you post that in the?
That's what I was just doing. Should I put it in the top 5 request?
Yeah, and I'll pin it when you put it in there.
I've been talking with a few colleagues about RDMS around warp beacons. If there is going to be a territory warfare, it would make sense that the RDMS could be shared with orgs, not persons, so that in future, if there is territory warfare or something along those lines, that personal beacons aren't shared with orgs in that sense.
Yeah. Well, I think if you right now, if you set your warp beacon on a personal core, doesn't it just give you access?
Yeah, but more so just saying that the possibilities if they could introduce the RDMS to it, so orgs could share between orgs their warp beacon network.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be a situation to the policy would have to be applied to each warp beacon. So you'd have to go to your beacons, apply the policy to it, allowing people access. So you could restrict what warp beacons they do and don't have access to. In that methodology, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And please excuse the random orange rubber thing as a toy for my kids, and I'm feeling really fidgety tonight, so it's helping me keep my focus. Even though I'm sure it's probably very distracting.
Squirrel.
Him and his damn flappy bits.
Wait, what?
Him and his damn flappy bits.
Yeah, it did.
Forget what stream it was. I think it wasn't a stream. It was before a stream. You're working on a ship, and you're like, I did a thing. And you did I did a wiggly bit and a flappy bit and something like that. And it was like, it was a ship or something. Yeah, pokey bit. And it was just like, I forget who was in chat with us, but they were just like complete disbelief and dumbfounded about the situation. You remember it, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. Okay, so Karzari has posted a summarization of everything that people posted in the top 5. Now that looks like more than 5, so I'm going to assume that's a bunch of them. That's a
I
generalization.
tried to get all of the items that people listed that were actually RDMS rights, not just
Okay.
requests for RDMS structure changes.
So I'm going to copy your list. We are going
I was wondering if we want to do a poll or something.
We're going to post this under announcements. I think I should do it. Okay, guys. So in the Discord, if you look under announcements, I am posting Corsarius's list. Take a look at the list and upvote it if you agree with that list, and downvote it if you do not. Let me know what you guys think. If there's something on there that you feel is missing,
Maybe we should do some sort of like poll or something, like a ranked poll, get people's opinions on each item by item. Someone mentioned like a straw poll thing or something. I'm not sure what that system is.
Was it linear? System?
yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that is either, so learning curve for me as well.
Wait. Straw poll is a website. You type in your title, you put in your description, answer options. But okay, that makes sense. Okay, hold
Space
on.
Cat makes sense actually. Yeah.
Let's do that. List of rights. Okay, so I'm going to do them all individually. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to delete that one. Delete. Notepad. Oh. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, so watch under announcements. You're going to start seeing me post them. Okay? That's one. As you see them, you can vote on each one of them, okay? Now this is where it's important that you're in the Discord.
Serapis, while you're posting those, can I say some things here?
Yeah.
I'm a longtime player of Eve and DU since the beginning, and while I agree with a lot of the things in the requests that people are bringing up, and I have many of those same requests and more, my primary concern is not getting new things and some of these changes. It's helping NQ keep the game alive, because I'm confident, as I have been with many other games, that provided the game is kept alive for, let's say, pick a number, 2 years, over the course of those 2 years and beyond, a lot of these issues will be corrected and they will be addressed, because I think the developers and the people that are financing all of this, they want to keep it alive too. So that's where I'd rather focus my attention in helping NQ keep it alive. What do we have to do to assist in that? And I know there's been a lot of discussion about performance and everything, and or a lot of people have complained about that. Well, we kind of need to back them up if we want them to back us up. And that's about all I really have to say to it. And I'm going to mostly just sit back and listen here,
I agree with Grabby completely. I've been saying that in multiple ways over the last few DU think tanks.
Yeah.
It's their position is just as difficult as ours, and we have to remember that this is entertainment to us. This is income to them. So they want this game to succeed. So do not ever doubt that their want for this game to succeed. They need it to succeed. They don't get paid if it doesn't succeed. So, I mean, that's the reason why, I don't know, I feel like if we keep that concept in mind, it would help a lot. Wait, I forgot something. Unstroke, I did. No, wait. Working contract. Okay, yeah, I got it. I got everything. So, in the Discord, if you guys go, which I will post the link again, join this Discord. This Discord is set up for DU Think Tank only. It's not my private Discord. It's for DU Think Tank. Join the Discord. Look at Discord rules. Read the rules, and then under role acceptance, type in accepted. Then you'll get access. If you look at announcements, you will see all the policy requests, and you can vote for them.
Space Cat asked about the working construct overlap one. I don't actually know what the issue is there. I know we've had issues with it at Crash at the Forge, but I just assumed someone had made a mistake somewhere along the line. There's a lot of constructs there, but does anyone have any details on what that means?
Who posted that originally?
I don't remember. I found it in the list, but...
Oh, check.
I can say that on the Utopia station, it is a major issue in all of the cores. The RDMS rights must be set correctly, or the adjacent cores and people that own those cores have a very difficult time trying to build on them. So
Yeah.
I don't, and we have. I'm one of the UNet legates on Utopia Station, and we have an enormous amount of problems with 300 plus cores and hundreds of people owning the different cores and having overlap rights. So I don't know what the exact issue is or why that thing was brought up, but it is an issue.
Yeah. Physics is the one who suggested it, Corsario says.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of wonder if maybe the solution there is that it should be tile-based, or like that there should be a tile-based override.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect space.
Ah, true. Fair point.
It needs to be something that's going to be able to affect a situation regardless of where it happens to be built.
Mm-hmm.
Construct overlap for space is a pretty good one, being that once you put a space core down, there's quite a big distance before someone can put another space core down. I don't see why you couldn't have it like butt up against it and not overlap.
Space Cat, we struggle with our shipbuilders being able to deploy new cores in space area where 3 different orgs operate and have overlapping core areas. Yeah, I have a lot of the same issues at the castle, and it's rather frustrating at times. I've had people ask me if they can own the static core their structures on, and I've tried that. And every time I have tried that, it has bitten me in the butt.
And space blueprints as well, trying to get them to line up in space is a real problem. Space builders can't build their constructs and copy them and align the blueprints.
Yeah.
I definitely agree, but it is off topic.
Yep. I hate to say it, but that is definitely not a RDMS situation.
I can say I was deployed a space station today. Standing on the front of a large core ship, I had to extend myself out probably 20, maybe 15 meters right in that area before it would let me deploy the space core. And I was standing on a dynamic core, of course, but it just wouldn't let me deploy it, even though the construct was well away from the dynamic core construct.
Yeah, that's not good.
So, let me go back to the list. There were a couple things I saw that were really intriguing. One of the things I thought would be really awesome for RDMS, and this is an RDMS addition as a policy option. This is a structuring issue. Well, it would require some actual game mechanics, but one thing I would love to see down the road is where you can select an area of voxels on a construct and apply it RDMS to that selection of area. So everything within that area carries that RDMS policy, but not the entire core. That would be amazing, like an assignable zone. Like a lot of these places, like the city, Ember City, we have those skyscrapers, and I'd love to be able to let people have access to individual apartments. But in order to do that right now, I'd have to put small cores all within the big core. I think pocket ships should be exempt from territory RDMS. Yeah, I agree with that one. That would be a nice thing.
Yeah, full stop. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I've actually given deploy dynamic construct rates as a generic thing on all of my tiles because I'm like, I don't want anyone to get stuck on my tile, not able to deploy.
I have seen before somebody had it set up to where the grid would detect you, figure out if you're in the org, and if you're in the org, it gave you access to the structure.
Yeah, you could set that up for a door, like to have the door automatically open. You can't set it up to change the RDMS rights.
Gotcha, okay. Grabby, that is something we had actually discussed prior, and that is something they're looking into. There are some current issues with that was the first thing, Tank, we'd actually discussed that. When they were talking about core counts, one of the options we had for reducing core counts in the game was the ability to compact any other core, static, dynamic space, whatever, into a container and redeploy it if needed. And that would reduce core counts, because then you could, your ship collection of medium and large cores, you could store them away if you wanted to. They would still take up the same amount of mass and volume, but it would no longer be a ship for somebody to load, which would really help reduce server lag. And the response I got on that was it's something that they liked, but it's something that they still have issues with compactification that they're working on. And I think that's something that might be down the road, but I think they have to fix the issues they're having right now. Make the core build box even on all sides. Yeah, that's not RDMS, but I agree with you. Bye, Fjord. Flying off in that sexy shit. DJ Slicer, you did a good job with that new ship, brother. Okay, so make sure you guys are in the Discord and voting on the things that we posted. Immortalis and Jamdom, make sure you guys read the rules and do rule acceptance, please. Thank you, brother. Smalls is here. Or he was here.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. See, we got Smallville here.
It's just been really quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of a chill night tonight. I think part of the reason why it's so chill is because, the Discord chat has really done an amazing job. You guys, I'm really surprised at how well it went in Discord over the last couple of days since he posted that request. The people in the Discord hit the ground running and discussed it like adults. There's a lot of information put out there. NQ Deckard's been loving it. It looks amazing.
Yeah, they've been coming by my house quite a lot. My base.
Can't hear you, bud.
It's not like they said they've been coming by his house for a few days.
Who has?
Yeah, well, it's my house away from home.
Like his house? What?
Okay, so remember, at the end of tonight's stream, we're doing the lottery draw. Waka has provided the ship for tonight's lottery, which is the Nautilus luxury yacht. If we reach 500 tickets, he's going to throw in a bonus ship. But right now, this is the ship you have the chance to win. If you are a shipbuilder and you are interested in participating in a lottery, I'd do it for any shipbuilder, preferably M-Core, L-Core ships. You have to provide a tokenized ship, but the ship will be paid for. That's part of the lottery. The shipbuilder gets the money for the ship. So it's a way to help the shipbuilders sell their ships. It's also a way to help players get into a ship they normally couldn't afford. It's just kind of a little system we've been running for a while in the stream and help players out and help them get something that's nice.
The Nautilus is 175 million today if you bought it. This one's the 170 million one because it goes up by 5 million every time we sell one.
Yeah. We've sold 283 tickets, so we need 217 tickets to hit the 500 mil, or the 500 tickets.
The Captain's Crown is basically a $1.5 billion ship, Quanto ship. In order to buy it, you have to get into our VIP club, which is you got to spend 1 billion credits with us on other ships and services. And then once you're a VIP member, you're eligible to buy this 500 million Quanta ship that DJ Slicer did such an excellent job on.
Nice work.
That's the Captain's Crown right there. It's the Roadster from hell. It's gorgeous. So, guaranteed chance somebody's going to win that. If we hit 500 tickets tonight, you might also win this. But, okay.
Raven!
Hey guys, what's up?
And that is the information on the lotto. What's up, Raven? So,
How's it going?
oh, crazy. But
Hey, Raven.
yeah, I'm getting a lot of people DMing me right now. Make sure you guys are voting in the Discord on the announcements. Look under the announcements channel and vote there. I'm gonna do a tag at everyone in that channel to get your attention so you can see where it is. Just scroll up and vote for the ones you like. If there's something you absolutely do not want, do not be afraid to vote down for it. Okay, that's completely fine. But you don't have to just vote up. If there's something you just do not want, vote down for it. Remember, the more votes we get on that, the better. Stormstill, what's up, brother? How you doing tonight? Stormstill, make sure you're looking at the announcements on the DU Think Tank Discord. We got votes going on for all the different policy editions. So make sure you go in there and vote.
The way I was looking at the list you have up there, I was literally clicking on what the things that I was prioritizing over.
Mm-hmm.
Things that I wasn't voting on were things that I think
That's fine.
I wasn't sure where I was going when I first clicked it, so I was doing it.
The boy construct rights. Yeah. Recruit into Org has gotten a lot of votes. That's 7 votes. I didn't expect that.
I didn't quite understand that one, so that's why I didn't vote. I didn't.
It's like an HR person.
Yeah, they can recruit to the org. They can accept org applications or invite people to org.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, not like that.
Without having to like it, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Warp beacons. 15.
I think Warp Beacon rights is one of the biggest things right now.
We actually got a thumbs down on Warp Beacon. Did somebody do a thumbs down on Warp Beacon just to see a thumbs down on it?
AMA.
Copy only build rights. I do agree that is something that, so they could go on to like voxel libraries, copy it but not delete it. That would be beautiful.
I think that one needs to be more defined. Like actually say copy but not delete or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe edit that one, Serapis, just to include that in the end? People seem to not understand what it means, so.
He's concentrating.
Two thumbs downs on Warp Beacon rights.
I think they were messing with you now.
That is prejudice.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if it makes sense for us to have it until we have the ability to filter on our construct list and all that jazz, because without the filter, I feel like that's ripe for serious problems with people on their maps.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much assumed. Everybody realizes.
Luna, the lottery that we do in the stream is an ongoing thing. I don't always stream DU Think Tank. I also have my normal stream. It's something we do to help players sell ships and help encourage market and advertising. Right now it happens to be from Captain's Customs, but we've also done ships by a lot of other players. It's kind of a thing to help players get opportunity to get into a ship they normally couldn't afford. A lot of the players that have more quanta buy tickets and stuff because even if they don't win, to them it's helping newer players get into better ships. And it's also helped a lot of newer builders get ships sold that otherwise wouldn't have been able to get sold because they didn't have the ability to market it, and they use my stream to do that. So it's kind of a community program, just kind of help people out and do things.
That helps a lot of builders that might not be, publicly recognized, get publicly recognized. It's a really good promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Fjord with the whole org cores and things, the whole org changes that'll be coming up, that you're going to have a dog in the fight, and it's going to be affecting everybody. With the way the org cores are being changed, RDMS is going to become very important. And I think, it's one of those things where we're going to have to really learn it and utilize it appropriately, because we're going to get to a point to where you can't just hand everybody Leggett to fix the problem. That's not an option anymore. You're going to have to be more responsible with that role. Because right now the solution is, they need access to one little thing, just give them Leggett. And that's not an option anymore. If you plan on growing your org above and beyond just a couple of friends, that's definitely not an option anymore. I would like to see organizations go the way of some of the other games with clans and proper tribes and organizations to where they're actually structures of players working together, where they have an internal structure and things are doing things right.
Yeah, I think the hope had been that suborgs would be able to fill that role. But then with the core limit massively ballooning due to suborgs, then they started restricting the number of orgs that you could be in, and that pretty much killed that.
Well, I don't think suborgs were ever really intended to be used that way anyway.
No, fair enough. Perhaps not.
I think that was a backfire on them.
I always thought it was meant to be kind of a situation where they're like sister orgs.
Oh, Angry Dad is raiding with a party
then...
of 15. Angry Dad, brother, thank you for the raid, and I hope you had a good stream tonight, my friend. Oh, I gotta put my foot up. My knees are killing me.
Fjord, I love you, buddy.
With 15 new viewers, we should probably tell them about the voting going on for our RDMS rates.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're just joining us and you're not in the Discord, make sure you get in the Discord. That's the Discord. That is for the DU Think Tank. That is not my personal Discord. That is DU Think Tank Discord. Make sure you are in the Discord. And do the role acceptance. Look at announcements. You will see a list of options to be added to RDMS. Vote on the ones that you like, or you feel are the most important. This is all being sent over to the NQ Deckard to be utilized at Monday's meeting in regards to development on the RDMS. But yeah, as far as orgs go, I never liked the fact that you could be in multiple orgs. To be honest, it kind of felt like an ability to how do I put this? There's no loyalty.
It's an open marriage.
Yeah, you know, there's no loyalty to any of the orgs. You know, and when it all comes down to it, is the org that you're with, there's no effort, there's no personal investment to the org. If some slightest little thing happens you might not possibly agree with, it's, yeah, well, screw it, I'll just go do my own thing. Or I've got this other org that's already I'm part of, you know. And loyalty to an org is a big thing. And if they ever plan on having the type of community they want to build in that game, organization loyalty and group loyalty are very important aspects of that. You will never have a large player base if everybody's playing independently. That's just the way it is. You'll be stuck at a certain level of gameplay where you have a certain level of players, and that's where you're going to have me, you know. And if we want this game to build and we want this game to grow as players, we need to start thinking about that. One thing I do want to say is I appreciate everybody trying so hard and putting their best foot forward on this whole DU Think Tank thing. You guys have been awesome. I really do appreciate it. It's gone a long way, and it's helped Deckard a lot because he's been able to take the information that we've provided in the think tank to the developers, and it's been responsible, well thought out suggestions. Tribalism. Uh-oh. That's a terrifying wordy dirty right there.
Solo player.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I gotta give DU Think Tank major props about, because I hear all too often that players just say, oh, well, I'm just one voice. Well, players are more than one voice, you know. Players have a huge platform to communicate. NQ is not in a closed discussion with us. I mean, they're very open. We can, they communicate with us on a few different Discords, pretty much whenever we need them. And let alone that, the DU Think Tank, it single-handedly turned around the huge objection to the cores. So, for one player to say that they don't have a voice isn't very true, because this platform definitely has a voice.
Okay, we're up to 50 people in stream tonight, so I'm going to go over this one more time. We're probably going to end up doing a weekly, just a DU Think Tank lottery every week. I'm trying to do this as it's going to, in the future, it's going to be a tool to help new builders get their ships out there. So if you're a new builder, or you're maybe not have the best marketing in the game and people aren't familiar with your ships, reach out to me and we'll put one of your ships up next week for the lottery, okay? Preferably M or L4. If you got a really good small core, that's fine too. How we do it is we do 1 million quantum per ticket. People can buy as many tickets as they want. and then your asking price for your ship when you sell it for tokenized. That's the ticket requirement cap that we have to reach before we do the drawing, and the seller of the ship gets the quanta. And it's, and it gives the opportunity to a player that might not normally have the quanta to buy that ship to get it. Okay. Right now, we're lottering off the ships you see in front of me. The Nautilus, the luxury yacht, is up for grabs. If we reach 500 tickets tonight, the Captain's Crown to the left is up for grabs. The combined total between the two is 670 million quanta. But in order to get the Captain's Crown, you actually have to have bought 1 billion quanta worth of ships from Captain's Customs. So it's a rare opportunity to get that ship, okay?
What's the total at?
Hold on 1 second. If you want to get in on that, that's the information. The total on it right now is 405. We need 95 tickets sold.
Damn, pretty damn close.
Yep, 95 tickets, and he's going to throw in the Captain's Crown. And it does come with a pocketable walkway to get up to it.
Staircase. Yep.
The staircase, yeah. The gold
Red carpet.
staircase with the red carpet. This is pocketable, and it comes with the ship.
That's cute.
Why am I having issues walking? I have not been drinking tonight.
It is a very nice ship.
Yeah, our very own DJ Slicer designed and built this.
And if you ever want to drive a Rolls, this is your choice, your opportunity. Does it come with the free Hornet? Falling? I swear to God, brother. The Hornet is coming. I'm working on it in private. It's going to be a surprise. I promise.
Spoilers.
Alright,
You haven't
Captain's
even started
Customs.
on it.
Captain's Customs does have a Hornet, and no, it doesn't come with that either.
Okay, make sure you guys are voting. I'm noticing right now the copy not delete build rights is really popular.
Anybody who has the voxel library has had to go back and fix when people in their org has deleted something,
Yeah.
cut something.
Yep.
So
the
right
copy
now-
not delete
Ooh.
warp beacon rights.
The Warp Beacon rights are, that's 17 upvotes, 17 votes. Copy not delete, 17 votes. And I'm subtracting the 2 down votes, by the way. So yeah, and then it looks like recruit into org, deploy construct rights. Org construct map. Yeah, those are all the next ones in line, so yeah, that actually that voting, individual voting thing is going to be really good. Decker's going to love that.
I am seeing a lot of people talking about some of the other things that we discussed that weren't actually rights. I'm wondering if we might have a venue here to include some details of other things that we're looking for that aren't rights. I know they're beyond
Yeah.
the scope of what he asked for, but
Yeah, he's actually he's been following, we've been talking about it all weekend. He's been following the chat.
yeah.
And he's
I'm just wondering, I really like this voting system that we came up with for this thing, and I'm wondering if we might want to do a second round of like other things that we have discussed of like feature additions, basically, that are separate from
if
the
somebody
actual
wants
rights.
to put that together in a list, that's fine. Any of the mods can post it in that announcement channel.
Map filtering. I think everybody will agree on that one.
Yeah.
App filtering? What was that?
Yeah, map filtering, tag filtering, tag
The
searching.
ability to
when
put
you're
a
adding call-
put a when you go in your map and you look at constructs or whatever, you can actually filter out, show this org, or only show your own personal
Yeah.
cores inside.
or just a
Yeah.
simple fact of searching. would be a huge boon.
Yeah, just build.
Guy?
You know, if you have the drop down menu to where you can pick personal org, what org they come from, that would go a long ways.
Yeah.
Can we get additional org leaders too? I love you all, but additional people could further improve the conversation. Yeah, I have been trying to get other people from other orgs. You'd be surprised how mic shy people are. People don't like coming on screen. Yeah, we have... Okay, from different orgs, we have Waka from Captain Cousins. We have Smallville from Crash Industries. Adonis, what's your org name?
Mine's Underverse.
Underverse Inc. We have KBLA. KB, what's your org?
New Genesis.
Grabby Latouche, which is his own org. Flammable, what org are you from?
NG.
Say again?
Same New Genesis.
New Genesis? Gotcha. So we got a few different orgs represented here. Then we got, of course, we got me from XVX. What is that going on? What the hell are you?
Well, we got a myth up in the holding.
You can pull
He was
Myth
filling
down.
your butt.
You can pull a Myth down. Hello, Myth.
Hey guys, how we doing?
And look, there's another guy. Another org representative.
Myth, what's your org?
I have a couple different orgs. I have DPC, which is me and my wife. Clat, which is Angry Dad. I guess we'll just stop there. That's really about it.
Okay.
I'm also part of DIA.
Or Zarius is DIA, yeah.
And Waka's also part of GTF, Galactic Trade Federation.
GTF is also represented. So we have a decent amount of orgs represented in chat.
I'm not a legate there, but I am a member. Junkai is one of our members.
So Luna Prey said maybe you can discuss where you think pain points for new players with RDMS are. Or is RDMS related?
New Genesis is Legion, TJ.
Hey, what?
He said we need Legion, I'd say.
Yeah. New Genesis is part of Legion.
We don't hold it against them, though.
We
can
can
get a
go out
blue
in the Tango
person in
pipe
here.
and talk about it if you want.
Oh Lord, we got a Space Cat up there. If you want to drag Space Cat down, bring Space Cat down. It's kind of a slow chat tonight. Drax, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, I think we have kind of a good representation. I mean, obviously we can have a bigger slice, but I think in the beginning we talked about this too. Like the DU think tank was supposed to be a little bit less ad hoc, but then like it kind of turned into what it is now. So I
Yeah.
think it's in a better spot too.
My new ugly pocket ship.
I didn't realize you were that close. I thought you were at a bigger ship further away.
I'm just test flying it, just see how it works, and yeah, it needs a lot of adjustments.
If you want to take the bug for a spin. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm staring at a couple ships like an idiot. Take. Right now, we are waiting on the votes. We're trying to see how the votes go, and it looks like they're continuing to go in the direction we assumed they would be.
Yeah, didn't you join the think tank, guy? I thought he did.
Yeah, he did. I thought he did.
My game currently is not launched.
That's the Discord.
Oh.
Join that Discord.
Join the Discord and accept.
The
Junkai, I
rules.
posted in GTF. He's posted in XVX about it. So just get your head out of racing and go read what
Yes.
we post.
Pay attention to what is going on around you.
Excellent.
That's okay. I accept you for you are.
We love you anyway, Junkai.
Make sure, Junkai, when you join the Discord, that if you guys join the Discord, make sure you read Discord rules, and then in rule acceptance, type accepted. You will not get roles until you do that.
Yes.
Yes, All Father.
It's just like the Apple agreement. By typing accepted, you give your RDMS to your wallet to service. Get it?
I was hoping you were going to say something about a human centipede.
What is our limit running at right now, Seraphis? We're
Right.
at 12. We're at 12 with
You're
the
fine right now. The
Junkai.
conversation isn't very insane.
Okay.
And Junkai hasn't accepted the policy, so he can't talk.
Yeah, he's gotta talk. I mean, he's gotta accept.
So this wasn't really one of the topics, but it's been something I've been wanting. What about a deny list on your RDMS?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Kind of like when Brew and Poo was going around and trying to get into everybody's stuff, you can just create a policy and say, Brew and Poo, you're denied from anything that this org owns.
Yeah,
that
that would be nice.
Or, if somebody was griefing you, you can put a deny on it.
Well, also negating rights would be nice too. So that way, if you want to give, your membership rights to something, but you want to remove something else, and where I'm going with this is the calibration notifications. I really wish we had a right associated with those, and that way we could negate that, even if
That's on
super
the list.
legged. I know it is on the list, but
Okay.
those drive me up the wall because they flood my notifications so badly that I can't. I mean, I miss other things. I know they're important, and
Yeah, I feel you.
so yeah, negating rights would be a nice ability, as well as negating a player.
Sorry, I just saw the light poles off the
Hey.
markets. Yes, I agree.
Drax, there's a button right in front of you to raise the ramps. Right as you're sitting down, just look down right in front of you. It's on the edge of the glass. There you go. Have fun.
Oh. I was just preparing myself because, this is mine now.
Oh.
Mine. Fortunately, I keep remembering that you fly with keyboard, not mouse, so
He flies the correct way?
he flies the hard way.
Well, what do you mean, correct?
So
There
I
is
won't be
no
taking it off
correct.
the mat because I don't know if I'm going to land it here.
You can land it really easily, dude.
I think this would have been a nice ship even without the legs.
Yep. Can you pull not liquor box, Gelda down? Hey, Gelda.
What's up?
Now we have a Boo member here.
Hello?
I died.
Honestly? Did you actually die?
Yes.
How did you blow it up already? I have bounced that ship across the surface of planets and not blown it up.
Take this bug thing, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Because I'm not used to those controls.
Okay, so Resource has a good point. Can we convince NQ to take the light poles off market landing pads? Haha. Deckard, if you were listening, that would be something I think we would all appreciate. We would all
Damn
appreciate
light poles.
that.
Yes, please.
Get rid of the light poles at the districts. Please get rid of the damn light poles at the districts.
Now you know
Send Fed license to your flooring. For the
risk
landing
versus
deck.
reward, okay? There's no risk to going to Market 6, yo.
Big Ginger Man, thumbs up. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. So what are we talking about?
We were talking about the RDMS stuff. And there is actually currently a vote going on in announcements for the ones we posted that everybody kind of had a consensus of. So we can get an actual better vote on and let Deckard see it so he knows what to take to the meeting Monday.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, we did most of the legwork at the beginning, and obviously even before the stream started. So we've kind of just been talking through a few things, but this is certainly less emotional than the core limit.
Yeah. Yeah, to say the least.
I'm on my way back up to repair it.
Oh my god. I cannot believe you, dude.
I can't.
I have rolled that thing across Alioth. I have smacked into buildings. I have not died. How did you? 5 seconds and you did.
If there is a way, I will discover it. I have a very specific talent.
I have a
of
very
destroying
specific set of
shit.
skills, and I will regret it. I know where you wrecked it at.
You know what? When I was it's right outside the castle, I was trying to come in for a landing, and I misjudged the platform, so I hit my brakes and it locked up on me. And as I was watching your stream, I looked over and it was just like, "Nope, you going
Do you
down."
have a link to core limit
That's
discussion?
hilarious.
I'd love to watch that. Yeah, it's actually. Hold on, let me pull that up for you. Charge channel.
I'll put a question inside the think tank. Questions for think tank.
Somebody wants a link to the core limit discussion that we had?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. That was a heated conversation. A little serious, but that's it right there.
Not sure I have the energy for another one of those.
Just so everybody knows, we have a Waka, a Space Cat, a Smallville 85, Corazarius, a Myth, Kevadonis, KBLA.
Underverse.
Huh? Junkai.
It's Underverse.
Underverse. Junkai, Grabby Latouche, Gelda, Flammable, and Drac in chat. So we have a very wide range of players in chat tonight.
Bunch of sexy peeps is
Yeah, and it is almost 11. I'm going to go ahead and start doing the wheel for the lottery. Oh my dear God, that's going to take forever.
What are we at?
I don't know.
Do I need to come get the crown, or we got some last minute tickets? going
we
in?
got it. 545 tickets sold.
That's awesome.
I want to get in and buy a couple tickets, but the game is not letting me launch. I hit play and it's like, no.
Myth, if you want to, get somebody else to sponsor the tickets and tell me that they're sponsoring them for you, and then you could just send them the Quantum back later.
How many tickets are you wanting, Meth?
Are they a mil a piece?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me get 10 then.
All right, I'll throw 10 in from Smallville too.
I appreciate that, my friend.
We just had to send the money, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
All you had to do.
Yeah, I sent 5.
For who? For the. I'm sponsoring Myth, right, Serpus?
Yeah.
Myth just needs a helping hand right now. Okay.
I can't believe that I can't log in. Like, the game is telling me no.
I think you should listen. You're out of control, Myth.
Yeah, honestly, I'm wondering if the wheel might not work this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we gotta do 10 for Krabby.
Yeah, it's going to be a big wheel.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, keep talking and discussing things while I'm doing this, okay? Please.
Say random numbers and names.
No, don't do that. So I did compile a list of what I could find, at least, of each of the suggestions that were made that were not actually rights. So the ones that we didn't include in the first voting round, basically, because they weren't technically within the bounds of what Deckard asked for. And I put that in the channel where we were discussing the NQ topic chat. So if someone wants to split those off into votable items, I don't know if it makes sense to put that in a different channel, because it's not what Deckard asked for and it's a separate thing.
I would say that sounds like a really good idea. Big Ginger Man.
Yep. I squashed that bug good. Only good bug is a dead bug. Incidentally, a dead bug.
Luna wants us to discuss PvP, but well, maybe another night. I'm sure he'll assign us another topic related around.
Well, there was a PvP event today. I don't know if everybody knew about it.
Yeah, how did that go?
Went pretty good. I think there was about 100 ships there, or 150 ships. It lasted about 30 to 45 minutes. It was just a big slam bam, thank you ma'am kind of like thing. It was kind of fun though.
Any party crashers?
No, really there wasn't.
It's good to hear. Usually when they have those PvP events, you have some org that comes in and crashes it, you know?
We had
that many ships there, that'd be a hard time. Did y'all have any trouble with...
There were big ships there, but it was everybody stayed on meta. It seemed they had some of the older meta stuff, but
How'd the older meta hold up? Just curious.
It had basically was an older meta with shields on it. It did pretty good. I think it took out some shields, and it was old Zephyr or something like that. I can't Zealot, I think. And
Zodiac, something like that.
Maybe, but anyway, it was all gold ship. At the end, it was pretty well. It left the field and just before the event was up because it was full of holes. So, and his shields went down 2 or 3 times.
With that many ships on field, did you have trouble with the targeting stop working and just be all misses? Or have they fixed that bug?
It seemed like nobody was really complaining about that, so
That's
maybe
good.
it's fixed.
I know months ago that was
I can
a major
get into
problem.
some of the specifics. There's actually a separate bug that's separate from when there's a lot of constructs together shooting at each other. But in short, really quickly, if you left click the target before you identify the target, then you will have like 1% hit chance on the target. It's a known bug. It's been around for a really long time.
Cool.
Okay, so don't left click on the target before you identify it.
Yeah, it happens both in third person view and in the gunner seat view.
Good information to know.
How are the Rails doing? I used to hear Rails had a desync bug where they wouldn't hit the target. Have they really fixed that?
I'm hearing that Rails are the meta now, but I'm a little confused on that. So.
My main ship is a railboat right now.
You don't have any problems when you fire the rails and not hitting the target or anything?
No, think clobbers. And you can fit a cannon in. That's what Muck Barovian did. I saw that.
Yeah, because I had a Bengal that, got attacked by, I think, Legion or Rival, and I lost it. But I was railing on him with rails. This was a few months ago, and they said, yeah, I never even hit him.
Okay, so the other thing that teammate brought up is, so when you're in the third person, and you right-click engage somebody, fires all your weapons at once. Now, think about DU, and then remember penning operations when mining. You can actually get penning operations when you fire guns all at the same time like that. So whether it's a single seat or 4 seats, if they're all firing at the exact same time, it's going to cause issues.
3, 4, 6, 7, 8,
And
9,
Fjord, it's way more complex. Like, one of the first things we tell all of our recruits is like PvP is less about talents and the ship. It's all about pilot skill, like human pilot skill.
Yep.
Because 2 SU is a really short distance, and in the new meta, ships have 15 plus Gs, so you have to keep them on radar. And in the shield meta, if you do 99% damage to the shield, but don't ever pop it, then it was all wasted.
Yeah, another thing I learned too from some of the other discussions we had that I never used to do when I was flying the PvP space, maybe hauling or running missions. I never kept local chat open, and I learned that it's pretty wise to keep it open because you might be able to save your ship. It's going to cost you, but keeps your ship, right, KB?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this all the time, but kind of the reaction from the player when they're getting shot at and or killed is really kind of what sets the tone for the entire engagement. And you'd be surprised at how many people, even recently, where we either kill them and then sell them back their stuff, or don't kill them and just hang out with them. But like we have so few options in PvP right now. Like we talked about last time, like a hailing system or whatever, but like used to be before the warp changes, they could just warp instantly. So we just definitely had to shoot. Now we have to lock them, right? So they just don't delete all their stuff. Most people actually delete all their ore already still. And some people pull out all the fuel from their fuel tanks and delete that too.
Guys, if I'm missing stuff from chat, please tell me because I've got there's a lot of names up in here.
Actually, I could see deleting ore as bad gameplay for, like, oh, come on, dude, you're going to delete your stuff. But I can also see it like, I delete my ore, I go from 3 Gs to all of a sudden 20 Gs.
Right.
And then that's my ship. I could save my ship maybe if I'm close to the boundary. And I go from like 2 Gs a break up to 20 Gs a break.
The ability to jettison, but I don't know that mass updates that quickly while you're piloting. Used to, you had to get out of the chair and then back in for the ship to actually update its mass.
Says Meatball 343 guy subscribed for 4 months.
Oh, Meatball, thanks for the subs, brother.
I think it updates because I've used the Siffer elevators and you get up to a certain spot, but you're still linked to a container down below and it won't go. And I've hurried and moved ore back over to the container down below, and then all of a sudden the elevator goes up.
Okay. I just haven't tested that recently.
So yeah, it can be looked as bad gameplay, but if it saves your ship, is it bad gameplay?
Yeah. I mean, and we've been practicing, and if you can rubber band it people a few times, you can usually get out of lock range.
Meatball, he also asked if he was in the thing for his 3 mil that he sent.
Yeah, no, deleting your fuel tank, your fuel, that's kind of just like being a...
Yeah, and obviously, if there was another
Wait,
option
what's his
where it was
character
like...
name?
Meatball 343 guy.
I didn't see it in here.
Jettison your cargo. And then...
Meatball, is that your in-game name?
Yeah, it is. Just Meatball. If you could jettison your cargo, then the pirate has
It's
a
not
choice
in
to
here.
open the ship
Check your
cargo.
logs, Meatball, and
Right.
make sure what org you sent that to. Because I
So-
do not have it in my list.
Let me ask you this. How much would you make somebody pay to let them go?
You could go to the concept gallery you've seen. We put up some pictures recently just so like there's some more public information. Like we killed Briganti the other day, and I think he had 3 or 6 packages or something like that. And we only made him pay 10 million for his ship and all of his packies back. So we kind of like round out how many packages you have. I know that Sneaky Snake and Cobalt from SNS, they go straight to DU creators and look at what the token value of your ship is. So if you're flying a Prowler or whatever, like they're going to charge you way more regardless of the packages that are on it.
Yeah, what about that person who went out to Ion and just abandoned all those cores and lines of people's route coming in hoping they would hit it?
Well, that's Sneaky Snake, and that is part of why he's doing it. He's doing it for another reason, which is one, to obfuscate the icons, right? Because you can only have so many icons on your screen at once, right? And when you fly in PvP space and you can't see the icons because they don't load, that's when you're prone to crash into them. The second reason he's doing it is it's called radar spam, right? Like when we're pulling up to go try and fight somebody, or for him when someone's leaving Ion, he can hide in all these cores. Not only can they not see it in third person, but now on your radar in the gunner seat, because the sort options are so flimsy, he can just sit there and hide, and it's really hard to find him. Yeah, me and TMA and other members of NG have spent hours cleaning up those cores, because that's the response we got from NQ, was go clean them up yourself.
Well, that's a bit frustrating, but
Luna said, can you give any tips on a pirate ship and how they are different from a PvP ship? A lot of times they're the same ship. Pirating focuses less on like overall damage, right, and less on the G's, and more just about what's pretty much the cheapest ship I can bring, right? Because if I lose it, whatever, and still kill somebody. So like a single seater with maybe 2 or 3 XL engines will get you what you need. Maybe an M shield at the very most.
Meatball says that he sent it to D4 Arcade Moon Ship Yards.
Let me refresh. It might not have loaded yet because we just recently did it.
Holy heck. Is that Will okay?
Yeah, Will's
You
fine.
got under verse 5 mil?
That was at 5.
so do you design your PvP ships with CCS values in mind, or do you just not worry about that for like shield values instead? Keep the blank.
Personally, my opinion of the meta is this, that CCS and shields equals health, speed equals armor, and voxel equals pretty.
Right.
So I do not currently do the CCS tanking on most of my ships, and that's the core combat stress, Luna.
30, 35.
So after your
40.
shield goes down, your ship has a second health pool now, and it's called the core stress system. And depending on what kind of voxel you have, how much and what type, it'll add a different amount to the ship.
For those that are
Right.
just buying tickets into the lottery, after he's done it, putting in what he's doing, going through, he will refresh and then reapply any new tickets that has just come in. So bear with him until he's doing it, because there's a lot of names there. And if you bought it like a month ago, or not a month ago, you bought it like 2-3 days ago or whatever it was, most likely it's in there. So try not to ask him if you bought 1 or 2 tickets, that trying to go through a giant list of names like that, because he will do it to look, but if it's been in there for a while, it will probably be getting to it. It will probably be on there.
Some subs were gifted.
10. Oh, gifted to subs.
Xerxes gifted a bunch of subs.
Oh, thank you for the gifted subs.
So
Thank you very much.
Last time I was in PvP event or combat, we actually survived eventing of the shields, but it doesn't happen often, right?
Okay, Meatball, I see them now. They're up there, okay?
But we had to have CCS tank to do it.
Let me verify
'Cause it
real
was
quick.
just-
Small build 2, the last 10 you were sent were for Myth. Okay, 10 for Myth.
Yeah.
One of the things we talk about in PvP all the time is every situation can be talked into its optimal situation where it's useful. Meaning, I can tell you a situation where an excess cannon wins, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
overall, in PvP, like we usually plan in generalities, right? Like, because when you go to an asteroid or wherever you're going, we call them scratch cards. You don't know if it's a fleet of PvP ships or a dude and his wife mining on Sunday, right? You have no idea.
And you make the decision based on what you see in that moment for what you're going to do. But
do you know of any?
You don't tank any CCS, which means you have element ships.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the ships that I build are almost exclusively elements, maybe with a little voxel to stand on.
Which means the second your shields go down, it's dead if there's no CCS value.
Yeah. Actually, one hit.
Yeah.
One exact shot. Yep.
Get yelled at.
Speaking of asteroids, did you know of any orgs that are, say, if I want to go mine an exotic asteroid, I could hire out an org to protect me for a certain value of what I mine, or that way. Yeah, I know I'm paying to go mine, but I'm going to end up with 50 kiloliters of illuminite.
In Legion or whatever, we don't really do the permity stuff, but today I saw that Serenity, Empire, TDPV, and a couple other orgs were actually out on that exotic droid for a bit. So,
DJ Session brings up a valid point. Would you trust them though?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you're hiring them out. I think you'd have to, because they also want to. It's not that they don't care about their image.
I am refreshing the wallet.
Right.
We have 4 from Drax. That is it. We are closed.
But yeah, so situationally, Tioniel or Tio, one of them is in the chat right now, I'm pretty sure. And those guys had like a 3-seater with voxel, and it was close enough to the safe zone that with a couple vents, they were able to make it back.
Yeah,
so
that was
that
on that
situation. Yeah, the venting was great.
I hate to interrupt, guys. It is time to do a lottery. So, in chat, I need you guys to tell me. You get to choose. Put up your numbers. How many times do I shuffle? 1 to 20. Whatever number I see first, more than one time, gets the vote. So, how many? 1 to 20. Pick a number.
15.
15. 15 is it? So, I gotta shuffle this 15 times. Do this. Okay, shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Do you want to hide the chat so we can see the wheel spin when it happens?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
No, make it be a surprise.
Okay, so we have 15 shuffles. Let's do this. Y'all ready?
Yes.
And the winner of the 2 ships.
Feel it.
Let Golo, where are you at, brother? You just won 650 or 70 million quanta worth of ships.
That's me. That was one of my ults.
Congratulations.
Was it actually you?
Yeah, that was actually me.
Was it seriously?
I'm gonna go
Core?
park it on the pad. Yeah, it was me.
You lucky bastard.
That was like next to no tickets. See, that's what I'm saying. These lotteries, 90%
I think it's rigged.
The people
Well, I may
win,
or may not have bought tickets under 3 different characters' names to obfuscate how many tickets I bought.
So the results, Lek Golo won the ship.
I just feel a little embarrassed about how much money I just put in this thing.
How many tickets did you buy, Let Golo?
I mean, as Let Golo, I think 20 maybe, but I think overall I bought almost 100.
I spent 80 on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go park at a crash, so.
Hey, Waka, do me a favor, brother.
Yep.
Check your DM.
All right. Also, Let Golo or whoever you are, I need you to let me know what you want me to put on the side of the Nautilus for your name.
Oh, Corazarius, because that's my actual name.
That poor ship is gonna have such a big freaking name on the side.
Core,
Why could
just
you just
K-
do core?
Just KOR if yeah.
No,
that's fine.
I think we can fit cores RS. I mean,
Yeah, if it's too
we got a
much,
lot of we got a lot of room there.
Cool.
Let me start getting the letters put together, and I'll come over and put it on there.
And I'll come as Let Golo to pick it up, so there's no dispute about that.
Damn.
Yeah, it always takes me when I start putting in this stuff on the wheel. It takes me a little while because I quadruple check the names. I can't afford to miss names on that.
I was actually just reading about it, and apparently you can actually import from Google Sheets.
Yeah.
So you could actually maybe do something there to like duplicate the names for you, and then import them like that.
Maybe I need to figure out a better way to do it because it's a tedious pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Maybe have the place to put the name, then a multiplier next to it.
Yeah, just make a little macro or something that will duplicate it. Dang.
That's nuts.
Gritty
wallet,
ship.
And use a random number generator.
Let go low. Let go. Okay, so on Let Go Low. Where is that name at?
I saw it. It was pretty recently. It was up at the other top.
Yeah, it was up at the top. When you're going through it one by one, adding... Oh, there it is. He bought 20 tickets on that character. That character bought 20 tickets. So with 20 tickets, that character won. That has happened a lot of times. There's been people that'll buy it out expecting to get the trump on it. And we actually have people that buy a bulk of tickets because they want the lotteries to go through and they want other people to win. They're really generous people. We have some really amazing people in this game. While we do have some trolls, keep in mind that this is one of the best player bases I've ever seen, and I've been online gaming since flipping Ultima Online. So, yeah, our player base.
I was just trying to get the last ticket luck. Sometimes you buy the last few tickets, and sometimes you can get it. So, tried it, and I failed.
Okay, so make sure you guys. I'm gonna leave up the vote in the Discord, and I tagged Deckard in it. Okay. Oh, ignore that. I turned that off. That's a bot. But make sure that y'all continue to vote. Tell your friends to get in the Discord and continue to vote through Monday. I'm gonna leave that in there as it is, and let Deckard see the actual vote as it's progressed over the weekend. So make sure you guys do the vote on that in Discord, okay? It's very important. Okay, I turned that off.
Also, yeah, per the conversation we were just having, my DMs are always open. KBLA on Discord. You can find me in this. I'm always about like demystifying PvP. So as long as I'm not revealing like methods or OPSEC, I will always answer 100%.
Yeah. I do actually. I don't do this very often, but KBLA is one of those current PvPers that's in the main meta right now that's involved in stuff that if he tells you something, he's going to steer you right. He's not going to screw you. So if you have questions, you know, he is in our Discord, is in the Discord as one of the mods, so you can hit him up and ask him questions. You know, that KB, that could be one thing we could do in channel here. You know, have a PvP questions for KB where people can post questions and you can answer them. Instead of that way everybody can see the answer. If you want to do that.
I think sometimes though people want a little bit more of a private conversation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if they want that, they can have the book.
Yeah, DJ, as far as I know, that's not supposed to work. Now you can dock a core with the shield to another ship.
Chris, you can only do one vote per item. It's an uptick or a down, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You can't do multiple votes. It's in the announcements thing in the Discord. You just thumbs up or thumbs down. So you really can't do multiple votes.
I think he means like you're voting for multiple different things.
Oh, you can vote for whatever you want. Whatever you feel is most important. I would ask that people don't vote for everything.
Kind of negates the purpose.
Yeah. Just use.
Yeah, I'm going to go
sense.
through and remove some of my votes. I voted for all of them right off the get-go, so the thumbs up was there for people to click. So some of those might go down by one.
Core wanted them all.
Fort Beacon Rights is so far in the lead with 23. A surprising number 2 with copy only, not delete build rights for voxel libraries at 21. Then we have, what's next? 15 is org recruitment, the ability to recruit, invite, and accept applications to an org. And deploy construct rights came in at number 3 tied. Org construct map locations. So, org construct map by tags.
Hi, Johnny.
Yeah, that came in at 13. And ability to check public rights test mode, like going into VR, that's 13. Territory management is 13. Notifications for like mining units and stuff, that's 13. So, yeah, the votes are going really good in it. Let me post the Discord link again. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you get in the Discord.
Sorry, KBLA, I do have one more question if I can ask it real quick about the PvP stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that the new meta is moving towards individual ships with individual pilots, single seaters, because shield health is, I guess, better than CCS health because it doesn't also destroy elements? Or are 3-seaters still a thing? Is there a right answer to that?
Yeah, I think that the current iteration of the meta is single seaters, but it's already shifting to 2, 3, 4. I hope that answers. I mean, my daily flyer right now is a 3-seater with 9 rails, 3 cannons.
Okay.
Okay, so make sure y'all are in the Discord. We're going to leave that up for the weekend. Remember, Deckard will be seeing that Monday morning early, like 2 a.m. my time, which is Central U.S. So make sure you get your votes in by then, and I'm just going to leave it in the Discord as the vote so he can actually see y'all's live responses and y'all's votes on it, okay?
There's no real like active like, hey, I want a PvP right now. So you have to like set traps, fly through roids, check pipes, talk shit in general chat, and maybe someone will come get you. I don't know.
I mean, you
know?
can reach out to orgs for like PvP fun stuff and set up fights like you want. But
Gelda, follow me.
Yeah.
I prefer the trap setting.
Okay, so it is time. It is 11:30. We are 30 minutes overdue tonight. So let's go ahead and find out who we're going to raid tonight and show some that do you love. Who do we have streaming DU? We don't. We have Carmelos in his typical AFA self. Screw it. Let's just stream American Riot. I'm trying to get American Riot to come play DU with us. And if he comes, he's going to bring a good player base. So let's raid the American Riot, y'all. And trust me, this is always a fun raid. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Make sure you check the Discord and vote under announcements for each one of the ones you feel is most important. Deckard is going to be using that list Monday when he goes into the meeting. If you want your votes to count, that's where you need to put them. Okay? Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see you all Monday night for regular stream. Let's go raid American Riot. Make sure you turn your audio down. Dude's crazy. And show him some of that DU love and tell him why he should come play DU with us. Later, y'all. Good night.
Night, everybody.
Later.
Everybody in chat, say good night.
Good night.
Later.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Thanks for showing up. Keep the questions coming.